2021 has been quite a year in everything, from Smash Bros. Ultimate getting some of its last few characters to the last patch I'll ever receive, from Animal Crossing having no updates whatsoever, being bursting to full of content. And speaking of content, this year for my channel I'd say was probably the best year. It had a lot of videos that were either alright or pretty good, so basically none of them were bad. Probably except the ones I had to delete though. But how did I come to the decision that this is the best year in terms of videos? Well, I just want to compare the other years and maybe I'll find something that catches my eye just as much as this year's videos. So without further ado, let's get into the official BronzeBoy Years in Review. Starting with 2017, the channel was created on April 1st. So, kind of funny how it was April Fool's Day when the channel, came to existence. And that same day, there was one video uploaded titled The Intro, and unfortunately, I just decided to take it down because it's cringy. I mean, not unfortunately. Because, I've heard the meme that you should embrace the cringe and not the part, and don't destroy the part of you that's cringe. And that I say, maybe I should embrace that, but not for my older videos. So if we're going from the intro to the Bell Rock Challenge, no. It didn't get any better there, and I'd say probably some of the only videos I have to say that deserved to stay up during the 2017 time period were ones where, I wasn't being cringe, which, it's hard to say this, but a fair chunk of them, a small chunk of them only got to stay. A fair chunk of them actually just got deleted. And I'm talking about quite a while ago. My favorite video from this period of time would probably, it's a bit hard to judge. So, in general, I'd say the Miitopia video started things off, but, with the exception of a few parts, I'd say a lot of the Miitopia series is lackluster. So, in general, I just want to end things off with 2017 and give it probably, am I going a bit too harsh on myself? Because back then I really didn't have my own self-made expectations? Yes. But I'd say 2017's content would be probably a 0 out of 10. And I mean that to the fullest extent. And I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch any one of those videos, most of the time a lot of them that have commentary will probably be deleted. And yeah, I should embrace the part of myself that's cringe, but I'm not embracing the 2017 part of me that was cringe. Now, it's moving on from 2017 to 2018, and I'm gonna say this is probably where my content's starting to get a little bit better, and by that I mean, I got my phone, so I wasn't making it on the iPad I used before, which could have explained the long gap between one video and then a Miitopia video, and then shortly after that, that's when the first Smash Bros. Ultimate video, Taunt Fest, came out. I'd say, though, a lot of it was genuinely focused on either Smash Bros. Content or dollar content, so I kind of want to bring back the cat content for 2022, but maybe have it be like a 1-month special, something like that. If there's anything else I'd have to say, it's that, now I know the proper scheme how to make montages in a way, and back then I just wasn't very good at them. Of course, recording with a phone wouldn't do much to help a montage, but now, using the online has made things better. Thank you, Nintendo, for actually having them be YouTube videos then, so that I can just copy the link, paste it into a link to MP4 file, and boom, video. Done. Editing, not done at all. Alright now, so I actually kind of made a mistake, and it's funny because what I'm using isn't a professional voicing app. In 2019, so it turns out a lot of the dollar content, in fact probably all of it, is from 2019. So I mixed up my years. 2018 was really just the mediocre content of like one Miitopia video and Smash Brothers. So moving on to 2019, the dollar videos were pretty good. The Q&A I did with Lil T, who now has a different channel. Yes, he's just changing channels like he changes shirts, like clothes every day. Other than that, I'd say I did call the Miitopia remake. Oh wait, no, that was from 2020. In terms of content, okay, actually I don't know. Could have been 2019, 2020, like around late 2019. But I'd say probably, it's like the line between like my older content, my newer content genuinely just gets, blurrier as time goes on. And that I'm coming to grasp with it. A lot of the videos aren't bad, but they aren't good either. And that's kind of the whole, theme for my channel. My videos aren't bad, but they're genuinely not that good. I mean, I get them, the Miitopia, I find the good ones to be the ones I actually put effort into. And you know what? Over, the past, how would I word this? Probably 6 or 7 months, the Miitopia videos have they've stood out to me as probably my favorite videos. And when I show other people, it makes me happy in a way, in a sense that my editing was at least somewhat good, that, commentary was very well. If we're gonna talk about 2020, I'm just gonna mention, this part is probably gonna be very short because I think the mixture of COVID, along with, believe it or not, virtual schooling, kind of slowed me down, and I think I was at a burnout point. Because I wasn't making content, and then at the end of the year, I made a video just basically titled Another Video, I guess. And now there's a video that's, deleted from the channel, just kind of explaining what's been happening through, one of those memes, like the guy driving a car and stuff like that, and the thumbnail was just the perfect moment. And basically was explaining stuff I'd been busy with. And, well, before we get to this is where the long part comes in. But while 2020 was lackluster, 2021 was a whole different story. We have finally reached it. 2021. The magnum opus of my content, in my opinion. It's alright if you don't agree with that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that watch this video and then look through all the videos are gonna genuinely agree that if there's one video they'd pick out, it would probably just be one from, 2021. And not any from any other year. Especially 2017, because, starting it with the Sonic Montage Live and Learn, that was a good video, but it wasn't, the best either, because unlike the other montages, it lacked, the funny. Where's the funny? It's non-existent. And, let's just say that got remedied really quick with, the general montage thing, the Mario montage, Sonic montage, and the Steve montage, which I should probably put the revenge version of up instead of the Minecraft story mode one, because the Minecraft story mode one is very bleh. And, well, once we get to the FNF mashups, I'm just gonna say this right now, the mashups were pretty lame. I'm happy I'm not doing them anymore. It would only be, now it would only be if they were, like, in the same key, and if I was, you know, maybe I could also make it so, like, on one side, like, I don't know how I'd do mashups again, but I think I'm happy that I'm genuinely done with mashups. And the last mashup is actually, like, okay, the thing about mashups is, in my opinion, they're not that good unless they be changed to the same key. For example, Race of Ages, or, like, the Race of Ages mashup, I think what I should have done is I should have learned, maybe I should lower the pitches a bit. So, you know, Tank Man singing his song, Pico singing his song, Spooky Kid singing their song. It would all match up with the key of Race of Ages. But, you know, I just decided not to do that. And then we get to, well, I'd say when we get to, like, the two videos that were very early mods, I mean that they were very early. I've said, so I'm gonna say this right now, my artistic skills haven't exactly improved the best, like, to the best full potential, but they've improved quite a lot. Like, okay, in the actual video, there'll probably be, you know, an example showcasing, oh, here's BronzeBoy A, the very first BronzeBoy. Here is BronzeBoy now, the one that'll be featured in This is BronzeBoy. Maybe it's because I actually learned how to use a computer, learned how to use a mouse. Wow, isn't that so awesome? And this is probably where I'd say that my content, well, I feel like for a few specific videos, it hit probably the peak, and that was due to me learning how to use OBS Studio, otherwise known as Open Broadcasting Studio, which, you know, if you don't know what it is, have you been living under a rock? I assume probably a lot of YouTubers use it, and I decided, I want to be just like them. And of course, because Miitopia on Switch had just come out, and I got a capture card, I was like, Miitopia, capture card, OBS, doc? Oh my god, I can do a Miitopia playthrough in a way. And then, the funny thing is, it wasn't a full-on playthrough. And you know what I'm actually thinking now? Maybe I should do that with Pokemon Shield. I know not a lot of people probably like Pokemon. Like, out of anybody that's subscribed to me, they probably don't like Pokemon as much as I do. But Miitopia content was probably pretty well, and I want to give, well, I mean, if my computer just wants to function properly when recording, I'd like to get back to doing those sorts of videos whenever I have the free time to. And keep in mind, it won't always be commentary. Maybe it'll just be like, you know, the text, and it'll be alright. But genuinely, I'm sorry if I'm gonna go off on, like, I'm sorry if I'm gonna go off blabbing a lot. Go on, BronzeBoy. Okay, so, for the Miitopia playthrough part 1, okay, well, basically, BronzeBoy plays season 2, no, season, okay, I don't even remember what season. I believe season, well, maybe it was season 1. I don't know. Yeah, season 3, episode 1. No, season 3, episode 2. Sorry, it's taking me a while. My line of vision is just getting blurry over my, you know, titling of episodes and such. Season 3, episode 2. I felt like that was probably the best video I've ever made. And I mean that in the way where, even if it was like, if it ended abruptly and such, the way it ended abruptly is for a joke. And if I didn't end it abruptly, it probably would have gone on. And my storage, my Google Drive, it would have all been begging for mercy at the same time. Along with probably my mind when working on the video, like working on editing the video. There's one video that it said that's kind of, because I put never gonna give you up at the end. That means it's blocked in some countries. But haha, US gets off totally fine. It's just in other countries that doesn't make sense whatsoever. And then you have episode 3, which is basically battling the Darkest Lord. So I'd find that, I believe that was, I don't know whether that was actually just me being the game live or not. Okay, why is my mind starting to get blurrier over, events? Well, anyways, I'm just gonna say this right now. That was all back in May or June. And then I started switching the covers, and while they've been very nice to listen to, I haven't found them to be, interesting anymore. I mean, if I was able, for their original songs, if I was able to make my own original songs and post them, if I had music theory, if I had a third eye that was for music, then I'd probably post a lot of music, and it wouldn't be related to FNF. So maybe, I'd say genuinely, when I said 2021 was the best year of content, I mean it. Because you really just have a lot of the things I like, and when it boils down to the true essentials, each year was focused on a different thing. 2017 was just me trying out the idea of having a channel. 2018, trick question, nothing. 2019 was my cat. 2020 was, trick question, just like 2018, nothing. 2021 was just me, finding things I liked to do, and, making them as videos, which would explain why Miitopia came back. And, hadn't it not been for the Miitopia remake coming out at all, or even being announced at all, then you get the point. My content probably wouldn't have been as good this year, but I still probably would have held it to the highest regard as probably being the best content this year. So, what's next? What's next? Well, what's next is maybe what I have in mind for 2022. What I want to work on is, come to think of it, I kind of want to take the same directions. Smash Brothers content, while still continuing the occasional Friday Night Funkin' covers. But other than that, I want to try if OBS Studio will work again. If it does, then probably expect more Miitopia videos. But other than that, my mind is honestly starting to get a little blank on what I should do. But you've ever heard the phrase Carpe Diem? That means seize the day. And I feel like I could do that on any day that I want to with a video. I don't have to make videos that have effort put into them. They can just be 5-second long funny things. Or at least in the style of Crackback. I just honestly think when it comes to my year, when it comes to 2022's content, I'm gonna say it probably won't be as good as 2021 because unlike in 2021, unlike this year where my content was just focused on me doing things I like, this year had a reason for being so good in terms of my channel. But for next year, I feel like my limitation will be that I'm holding myself to a high bar that I feel like will be, unable to reach the same point as. And, I'm just gonna say this, that should actually be alright. Because, I'll still probably think at the end of 2022, yeah, my 2021 content was better. That would be alright. Because, obviously, I didn't go into 2018 thinking, this year's content's gonna be better than 2017. If the bar was between 2017 and 2018 if 2017 was like 100 meters up and the 2018 content was 100 meters away from, up. So, I genuinely say this, but I'm not really looking for a specific, high bar for 2022. I just want to have at least half my expectations of the 2021 content. And if that just included Smash Brothers content and Let's Plays, that would be alright. If it just meant FNF covers, maybe 2022 wouldn't be as good of a year. If you've made it through the entire video now, I'm happy you kind of know my thought process on how my content's been going over the years. Going from, essentially, in my own way, in my own mind, rags in content to riches in content, and by that I mean, my recent content from this year has been, good in riches, like, rich in goodness, or at least in, from my own view. And, unarguably, you can't disagree with me on this. 2017's content was all rags, very bad. So I'm happy you at least kind of know the thought process of how I view 2017 as the worst year, 2018 as a what, 2020 as a what, 2019 as a and 2021 as essentially the best year of my content. And here, I'm gonna just share some genuine things I'd like to try. Like, okay, if I should probably learn how to animate properly. And if that's the case, and I learn how to animate properly, it might take a few months, but I'm willing to put in the time and effort. And maybe, maybe I should, well, you get the point. You see, there's OCs, original characters, and then you can try to put them into a series, or at least shorts. They don't have to be voice acted. They can just be animations. And in fact, I've already tried that out with the He Bounce videos. But other than that, not really. So, that's kind of one thing I want to think about doing. Another thing I want to think about doing is, I want to post more Notify videos, or agenda videos, maybe even another BronzeBoy Direct. But the problem is, I don't know what I would put in there, because in the first one, it just felt all over the place. But in terms of my content, that's really just something I'd like to, work on. And I think if I was going to begin my content in 2022, I wouldn't post any, real videos until I do a BronzeBoy Direct. And I think in my mind, that would probably, I hope that would go over alright. Even if, And I just want to say something. At this moment in time, even if for some reason the monetization switch got turned on, everybody got charged, I would still be on YouTube for fun. I don't imagine it becoming a full-time job. It'll just be more like a hobby. And that's kind of the premise of each year's content. So really, except for this video, there really is no deadline for any other video. Like, when I mentioned the BronzeBoy Direct 2, that could come out maybe in December 2022. And even then, it would probably just be pushed back to 2023, because at that point, I would just procrastinate even more. And I think that would be alright. I'm not gonna, push myself to bring out content every day. I'm just gonna look at my schedule, I'm just gonna look at the time gap between videos and think, that's weird how I put out so many videos in this month. And then in the other month, there's only 2 videos, and then there's 1, and then there's none the next month, and then there's a bajillion the next. Well, that's just gonna be more of a trivial thing. It's not gonna be something I focus on, because, I think the one thing that I feel like there's a few things that lead to burnout. And one of them is, just using up all your content ideas, which is kind of what I felt near the end of this year, and probably what I'll feel into 2022. And maybe even that's how I felt in 2020. And another part of burnout is when it doesn't become fun for you to do anymore, which, if that's how things start going in 2022, I don't know what I'd do. I still like to make videos, but if the novelty of it's lost, then I'm not gonna quit and, just give the channel the nuke of the deactivate button, because I be leaving lots of memories behind whether I like it or not, or whether, any viewers like it or not. I'm simply not gonna do that. What I'd probably do is, I'd probably just make one video a month or something. Heck, maybe even one video a year. But you know what? I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the present, and that's kind of what that's what my real focus is going into 2022. If I decide I'm gonna be a video making machine and make one video on January 1st, one on January 3rd, one on the 5th, 7th, and so on and so forth, that'll be alright. Because I'm focusing on the present, a bit on the future. I don't want to focus too far on the future, but I also don't want to focus on the past. I don't want to hold myself doing another Let's Play to the same standards that I did with, the Miitopia Switch ones. Because that would just make me feel like, oh, I have to be better. I have to be better in length. I have to be better in the topics I discuss. I have to be better in commentary. No, I don't. That's just something my mind's thinking. And, another part of me genuinely would probably, imagine this. In, a devil and angel scenario. Imagine a devil and an angel, BronzeBoy, both pop up above my head. And the devil one's persuading me, you should probably beat your old videos so you can, make better content, while the angel BronzeBoy would probably say something along the lines of, it doesn't matter how good your content is, as long as you make it, good for yourself, as long as it lives up to your satisfaction, and not, other videos. And, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm part of both, because I just constantly want to measure myself to my past content, but I also, now with my new philosophy, think I should be focusing more on, how I view each individual video as. And if that's the case, and that's how each video stays on, that maybe might not be the best decision to go with, the later Angel BronzeBoy's choice. Because that would probably mean a lot of videos get the shaft, when, honestly, a lot of them don't deserve to. Besides, the ones that have already been deleted. So, yeah. I'm sorry I've been going on, a tangent for this long. And, in fact, I don't even know how long it's gonna be yet. So, thank you for watching the video. And keep this in mind for 2022. There might be one video January, then a million in February, none in March, none in April, none in May, a billion in June, and all of a sudden, it just keeps going up and down and up and down. And you know what? It'll just have to be, in my mind and in others' minds, they'll have to be alright. They'll have to be satisfactory, because there's really nothing I can do. If I don't come up with an idea for, a year, I honestly just hope with my mind that's alright. Of course that's not gonna happen, but that could always happen because, more times than not, I'm probably just a lot lazier now. And even then, doing something to this level just feels, it actually feels refreshing, but I'm kind of used to just doing lazy YouTube videos. The big takeaway from this is just simply, if you're on YouTube for fun, make it fun. If you're on YouTube for seriousness, well, then I don't know what to say to you. But since I'm focused on, doing YouTube as fun, I am gonna focus on that and do fun videos. And, I might do announcement videos, notification videos every once in a while. I might, bust out some philosophies every once in a while. But in a lot of cases going forward, a lot of the videos are just probably going to be, in my view, probably at least fun to make, fun to edit, stuff like that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys, who knows how many videos later. Thanks for watching the year-in review, and, well, hopefully your year is as good as mine. Here's to a good 2022, folks.